You're back on the air with the Restaurant Brokers. This is Eric and Robin Gagnon. Remember, We Sell Restaurants operates the largest restaurant brokerage company in the nation based on the number of listings, transaction count, and volume. We are franchising nationwide and have offices in Florida, Colorado, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. We are so grateful to be joined today by some experts in the food industry who are talking on the subject of barbecue. We have Jordan Wakefield, a chef at Smoke Ring and founder of one of a really well-accepted concepts in the Atlanta marketplace, and also Roy Slicker from the National Barbecue Association.
We're so glad to have you guys. And right before we went to the break, Jordan, tell us a little bit about the reality of restaurants. As restaurant brokers, we deal a lot with people that want to get into business. And Roy, I'd like to hear your side of the coin about, the whole, what do you see out there? You visit so many restaurants, so many barbecue pit masters and everything. What is some of the secret ingredients of the restaurant piece of the barbecue business?
Yeah, great. So let's assume for a moment that pitmaster, the owner, has great barbecue. He's able to get consistent product, and people love the food. I like to say, assuming that, it's not about the food. It's about the customer experience and three key areas, which I mentioned earlier, the front door, the back door, and the garbage can. These are really, really important. This came to me from Wayne Mueller of Mueller's Barbecue in Taylor, Texas. This is the only barbecue restaurant to get the James Beard Award. And, the front door is really getting people in that front door, marketing. How do you get people in? Let's assume you have great food and word is getting around. Word of mouth is really big, but you got to do forms of advertising and what forms of advertise work. There's a lot of information within the National Barbecue Association about some of that. I don't want to go into the details of all the social media and so on and so forth, but it's very important. The back door, unfortunately in the restaurant business, this is a problem that we're all faced with, is that things have a tendency to walk out the door. I was talking to a restaurant owner last week that said he actually had to rake the garbage before it went into the dumpster because he was finding roasts that were wrapped in foil and then being picked up later. This is an unfortunate piece of the restaurant business. I think, good security cameras, things that tie into your iPhone. I can tie into my restaurant anytime and look at 8 different cameras. It's a deterrent. Also, things that you can put in place with your point-of-sale system and tracking. All of these are things, we have sample documents and so on that are part of our operator membership category with the NBBQA. And the last one is a garbage can. I like to say the smaller the dumpster, the better. Your dumpster should be really small. You pay for your product that comes in 3 times. You pay for it when you buy it. You pay for it when you store it, electricity, walk-in space, and so on. And then you pay for it when you throw it away. So waste is probably one of the biggest things. And all the restaurants that I've been around to, I can say, there's an uncomfortable question that I asked after getting to know the owners, and that is, what's your food cost? And a lot of people look at you and kind of a deer in the headlights look, like, I don't really know. And I can tell, and so I try to help them. And generally with the barbecue space, you're looking at 33 to 34%. That's normal. But when you start, I've talked to people that are in the 40 and 45s. There's a lot of things that can be done to get that down by using all of the products efficiently and so on. So, it's really, if you can remember that front door, back door, garbage can, write those down, and then under each one of those, write down all the things you think should fall under those categories, and that's a huge help right there.
I think, you hit the nail on the head, because those 3 elements, when they're out of focus, are the times when folks come to us after the fact and say, I've got this barbecue restaurant and I'm not making any money. I'm doing $1.5 million in sales and I'm not making any money. And we take one look at their books and see their food costs are 42%, their labor's at 35%, and then they're paying the landlord 12%. There's no money left over. So that's obviously when our job comes into play. I want to quickly surface around to something, because it seems to me that the barbecue industry, from what I'm hearing, is you've got a camaraderie and a group of people out there. They're also highly competitive, because we've got these competition shows going on the weekends. We've got shows on TV. So you've got to be competitive, and you also have a sense of family. You want to weigh in on that, Jordan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, You touched on it. The role that barbecue has taken on, with the TV chefs and TV competitions and everything like that. It's its own beast, actually. And I think that the thing about barbecue that is key is, I think Roy touched on it earlier, but it is the camaraderie. It's the community. I think that barbecue lends itself, easier than any other concept of, of food. It lends itself to, coming together, good fellowship, doing stuff for the community. You can do festivals that tie in with, fundraisers for anything you want to do. I think that that's just what's important. I think that, and it is important for a lot of the people in every particular region, or even a nationwide thing, which I'm sure Roy touches on. But for Atlanta, I think that it's good to be involved with all the big names in the barbecue restaurant down here, and all come together and, do certain things together just to show unity and to show what barbecue can do and can bring people out to celebrate.
Is that it, Roy? Can you challenge somebody on the weekend and throw your arm around them and fight together for a cause during the week?
Well, on the board of directors for the MBBQA, Melissa Cookson's on there. She was Memphis in May winner 2 or 3 years ago. Chris Lilly was on the board. Mark Lambert, last year's winner of Memphis in May, is on the board. He's our treasurer. And, we're all one big family, and yes, we put our arms around each other. We have a great time, but it comes the weekend, it comes turn-in time, you get away from me. Don't even look at me. And if you ask me what temperature I cook, I'm going to send you in some weird direction.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun, but when it comes competition time, it's very serious stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to take a minute and make sure that folks know how to get in touch with both of you. And Roy, let's start it off. That seems like such a fantastic resource, the National Barbecue Association. Where can folks go online and maybe on your social media to find out more information?
Sure. So the National Barbecue Association's website is nbbqa.org. A ton of information up there, different levels of membership. There's a free level, a competitor level. And again, the competitor level, we give people resources on how to get into the business of barbecue, like how to write a catering proposal, how to cost your food out.
Well, we're coming up against a little break here. Let's get Jordan. How can folks get in touch or go to Smoke Ring and meet and taste your food?
Our website, you can find us on Facebook, obviously at the Smoke Ring. Our website is www.smokeringatlanta.com. Our mother website is 101concepts.com. We have several other restaurants, but
okay, we're going to cut you off there because folks can always visit WeSellRestaurants.com and get connected with all of the information on our guests, as well as the folks that are on the air with us today. We want to thank you for your time, and we've been talking about barbecue. Stay tuned. This is Eric and Robin Gagnon. We're the Restaurant Brokers, and we return with Restaurant Reality.